Hi everyone, welcome to Coach Calculus channel. In this channel, we are specifically dealing with mathematical questions. So in these videos, we are going to look at finding the quadratic equation whose roots are given. And in this particular video, we'll be considering the following. Find the quadratic equations whose roots are given below. So I'm going to show you step-by-step guide on how you can go about finding the quadratic equation of these roots. Make sure you stick to the very end of the video, and if this is your first time coming across this channel, do well to like, comment and subscribe to this channel so that when next you are looking for solution to your mathematical problems, you can easily locate the channel again. And without wasting much of your time, let's dive in. Solution number one. For the number one, we have the roots are 0 and minus 2. 0 and minus 2. Now, I'm going to be working with variable x. You can use any variable of your choice, maybe a, b, y, c, any variable of your choice. So I'm going to be using different variables for this video. So for the number one, I'll be using the variable x. Let's assume that x is equal 0 and x is also equal to minus 2, and that is one step. Another step is to subtract this root now, subtract it from the variable. That is x minus 0 and x minus 2 minus 2. Now this one, there is a minus 2 here, and since we are subtracting it from this, this is the minus here. So the next step is bracket these values. X minus 0 is still x. So I have x left here, and also the next one here is x minus times minus, that is plus, so to turn to plus 2. So this one becomes plus 2. Now I'm going to multiply the two together, multiply this and this, x plus 2, and then equate the value to 0. Now this x, this is it, and this value, this is it, multiply the two and then equate it to 0. So x times x, that will give me x squared, and x times 2, that is plus 2x equal to 0. So this is the answer to number 1. For the number 2, the roots are 2 and 5. So here I'll be using the variable y. Okay, let's assume y is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5. So the next step here is I'm going to subtract the root from y. I'm going to use y minus the root and then equate it to 0. That is y minus 2 equals 0, and y minus 5 equals 0. Now I'm going to multiply these two and then equate it to 0. That is this value now, y minus 2 times this value, open bracket, y minus 5, then equate this to 0. So the next step is to expand this. To expand, we'll take this y here, y, open bracket, this one that is here, that is y minus 5, then close the bracket, minus this one here, minus 2, open bracket, this one again inside y minus 5, then equal to 0. Now y times y, that will give us y square, y times 5, that is minus 5y, minus 2 times y, that is minus 2y, minus 2 times minus 5, that will give us plus 10, plus 10, minus 2 times minus 5, that will give us plus 10, then equal to 0. Now this one and this one, they are alike, so we are going to combine them together. So we have y square, minus 5y minus 2y, that is everything together will give me minus 7y plus 10 plus 10 is equal to 0. So this is the answer to number 2 question. This is the quadratic equation to number 2 question. And we move over to number 3. And the roots in number 3 are minus 4 and minus 3. So in this particular one, I'll be using the letter a as my variable. Let's assume a equals to minus 4, and also a is equal to a equal minus 3. So my next step here is to subtract this from a, or a minus this and a minus this one also. So we have a minus, and this value now in bracket minus 4, and then you equate it to 0, and a minus 3, a minus, this one supposed to be bracket first, a minus 3, then equal 0. So here, okay, a minus times minus, now turn plus, a plus 4 is equal 0, and a minus will affect minus, return plus, a plus 3 is equal 0. Now I'm going to multiply these two together and equate it to 0. That is a plus 4 bracket a plus 3 in brackets is equal to 0. So the next step here is to expand these brackets. To expand, we take this a outside, a open bracket, this one here inside the bracket is a plus 3, close the bracket, and then this value plus 4, open bracket, this one inside a plus 3 equal 0. Now we're going to multiply all through. A times a times a, that will give us a square. A times 3, that will give us plus 3a. Then here 4 times a, that will give us plus 4a, and 4 times 3, that will give us plus 12, and equate it to 0. Now this one has power, but these two are the same, while this one does not have any a. So these two now we are going to add them together. So we have a square plus, so we have a square plus 3a plus 4a, that is 7a, plus 7a plus 12 plus 12 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. So the number 4, for the number 4, the roots are minus 2 over 5, minus 2 over 5, and minus 1 whole number 1 over 2, minus 1 whole number 1 over 2, and this minus 1 whole number 1 over 2 is equal to 2 times 2 times 1, 2, plus 1, that is 3. That will give us minus 3 over 2. This is the mixed fraction and this is the improper fraction form. So this one we'll be using. So now the variable I'm going to be using here is n. So I will n equal minus 2 over 5 and n equal this now minus 3 over 2. So the next step here is, since this one is a fraction, I'm going to be multiplying both sides by the denominator, the one that is under, by 5, and this one also I'll multiply both sides by 2. So I will do n times 5 is equal to minus 2 over 5 times 5. So I'm multiplying both sides by 5, which is the denominator, and for this side I will do n times 2. 2 is the denominator there, equal to minus 3 over 2 times 2. So I've multiplied both sides by the denominators. So this one will give us n times 5, that is 5n is equal to, here 2, 5 we cancel out 5, so it remains minus 2 equal to minus 2, and n times 2, that is 2n is equal to 2, we cancel out 2, so it remains minus 3 equal to minus 3. So now I'm going to subtract minus 2 from this and minus 3 from this one. So I will do 5n minus 2 and then equal to 0. And for the second side, do 2n minus, open bracket, minus 3 and then equal to 0. And equal to 0. Then come 5n minus, we affect this minus in bracket, so 2 becomes plus 2 equals 0, and 2n minus, we affect minus, becomes plus 3 equals 0. So the next step here is multiply the two of them and equal to 0. That is, open bracket, 5n plus 2 equals 0. equals 0. Now we are multiplying, so I have to put this one also in bracket. That is 2n 2n plus 3, and then equate it to 0. So the next step is to expand this. To expand this, we have take 5n outside the bracket, 5n, then open bracket, this one now 2n plus 2n plus 3, then plus 2 plus 2, open bracket, this again 2n plus 3, then equals 0. Now multiply 5n times 2n, that will give us 10n square. 10n square plus 5n times 3, that will give us 15n plus 2 times 2n. 2 times 2n, that is 4n. 4n, 2 times 3, that is plus 6, and then equate it to 0. Now these two are alike. While this one has a square, this one does not have any n. So I'm going to add these two together to form one. That is 10n square plus 15 plus 4n. 15n plus 4n, that will give us 19n. 19n plus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation to the roots in number 4. Alright, for the number 5, the roots are minus 2 over 4, minus 2 over 4, and minus 3 over 4. So these are the roots in number 5. So follow me step by step as we will resolve this one also. So now I want to use the variable p, that is the letter p. So I'll say okay, p equal minus 2 over 4, and p is equal minus 3 over 4. Now remember again, these two, they have their fractions. So the first step is multiply both sides by the denominator and this one also. So our next step will be p times 4 is equal to minus 2 over 4 times 4, and this one also, p times 4 is equal to minus 3 over 4 times 4. So I've multiplied both sides by the denominator. So then p times 4, that is 4p. 4p is equal to, here 4 will cancel out 4, so I left with minus 2 here, so equal to minus 2, and here p times 4, that is 4p, is equal to, here 4 will cancel out 4, I left with minus 3. Then the next step is subtract this from this one. So we'll do and equate it to 0. So I have 4p minus minus open bracket minus 2, then equate it to 0. This one is minus, this is we are subtracting it from this, and then normally it has minus 2, that is it in bracket here, and also 4p minus, and then bring this value here minus 3 in bracket, and then equate it to 0, equate it to 0. So now we have 4p minus, we affect minus to become plus 2, and then equate it to 0, and 4p, this minus will affect minus to become plus 3, then equals 0. Now we are going to multiply this value and equate them to 0. So we have 4p open bracket 4p plus 2, and this one open bracket 4p plus 3 equals 0. So the next step here is to expand. To expand this, we'll write this out 4p open bracket, everything in the bracket here will be here, 4p plus 3 close bracket plus 2 open bracket, everything here 4p plus 3 close bracket, and then equate it to 0. So now we are going to multiply it through 4p times 4p, that is 16p square. 4p times 3, that is plus 12p, plus 12p plus 2 times 4p, that is 8p, 2 times 6, 2 times 3, that is plus 6, 2 times 3 6, and then equate it to 0. Now collect like times, so we have 16p square, 16p square plus 12p plus 8p, that is equal to 20p, and then plus 6 equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation, but we can still simplify it down by dividing through by 2. So if we do 16p square over 2, 16p square over 2 plus 20p over 2 plus 6 over 2 equals 0. We have 16 divided by 2, that will give us 8. So we have 8p square plus 20 divided by 2, that is 10p, then plus 6 divided by 2, 3 equals 0. So when the quadratic equation is simplified down, it will be giving us this. So these are the ways to find the quadratic equations when the roots are given. Thank you very much for coming to the end of this video. Make sure you do well to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so that when next you are looking for solutions to your mathematical problems, you can easily locate the channel again. God bless you.